Hello and welcome to essentially my first actual Python programming tutorial. Today's video will be really quick and it's going to be going over a very simple concept within Python programming. If you've seen my last video, it was also a really quick video and it just explained how pretty much a very quick thing about Python and how to install it onto your computer. And if you did that, and if you have Python installed, you can access the Python idle, and that is what I will be using for these tutorials, at least for the beginning. And you can use something else if you're familiar with it. Um, so the first thing I'm going to do once I open the Python idle, it opens up this shell, which this is really useful for testing a line of code or just figuring lines of code out. But when I'm actually making programs and more lines of code and just I like making a new file and it opens a new window like this, and then I just put my code in here and then save it, so I can make a program that way. That's just the way I prefer to do it. But you can, if you would like, you can put stuff into the shell directly. But anyways, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is something called comments. So I know in programming tradition, usually the first thing they go over and the first thing they show someone when they're doing a tutorial or when anyone's doing a tutorial is how to make a Hello World program, or how to make your first program. Uh, the Hello World program is what they call it. I will be going over that, but not in this video, and I guess untraditionally not doing it first because I just wanted to go over some basic concepts in this video and maybe the next video before we actually do that. So yeah, the first thing I wanted to explain is something very simple but also very, very important. So I just wanted it to be, I guess, the first thing, which is, like I said, comments. So if you haven't heard of comments, what a comment is in programming, it's just literally a line of text or information explaining uh, what a set of what some code does or what a section does, or something to let you know in the future so you can refer back to it, or if you're working in a team, to let your team members who are also handling that code know what's going on so there's no confusion and just everything's more organized and makes more sense. So in the Python coding language, you can recognize a comment by this symbol or a pound sign or a hashtag, whatever you want to call it. And once you see that just lets it know that, hey, the next, whatever you type next is a comment. It doesn't do anything actually for the program. It's just a line of text that lets you know something. So for example, you could literally put anything in here like, hey, how are you, if you wanted, but that would just be irrelevant. So if you wanted to put like say your next line of code, so this next line of code does, I don't know, insert here, whatever you want it to be. And so when you're done with the comment, whatever it is, which this will make more sense to you as far as what you should actually put once we start learning the lines of code. But um, once it's finished, all you have to do is just go to the next line, and that just ends the comment. So there's nothing else to put after it, and the comments will last for that line in Python at least. So once that's done, as you can see, the text for comments is also a different color, and as you can see, it's not the color anymore, so you know automatically that you're not doing a comment anymore. So this is actually affecting the program. Additionally, what comments can be used for in programs and in I guess businesses that use Python and whatnot, usually at the top of your program that you're making, there will be some informational type lines of code, or not code, but comments that explains like what your name is, like John Smith is who made it, and then you can possibly put like date created, whatever date, 1 January 2018, and then maybe you could also do like a date updated, like the last date updated, or you can do like an update log. Every time you update, you can put like just have like multiple things of what you actually updated for that update, or you can even just have like a description of this program like whatever the program may do, you can just put in a description. But as for comments, that is pretty much the basic gist of it and all you really need to know for now. And as I said previously, the comments are pretty important, especially when you're working in a team environment where multiple people are touching the code, and it helps everyone stay on the same page and know what's going on. And even when you're by yourself, if you're writing a program that's 1,000 lines of code, and things can get pretty confusing pretty quick, so you want to be able to keep track of everything the best way possible. But that doesn't mean every single line of code you want to put this does this, this does this, this does. You don't want to do that the entire time. That would just make clutter and just make things like overcomplicated. But for the important things, or for the lines of code that can be confusing, or for just certain sections, you would want to put comments saying what it does so you can refer back to it later. But that is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to go over this because I thought it was really important. It's also very, very easy to grasp. And yeah, and that's it for now. And I will be up in the next video. I'm not too sure what I want to do next, but I don't think it will be the Hello World, but that'll probably be the next video after the next one. But yes, if you have any suggestions or feedback on anything, just let me know, and see you next time.